Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to my channel. This is moon directed, but I am actually going to be making some major channel changes, including the name. So be on the lookout for the video that will explain all that coming up later this week. But right now, we're going to take a look at the energy for you for the next 2 weeks. That's April 13th through the 25th. It's interesting because I saw, while I was getting into your energy, like a big, huge crank. But it was, so you know, like a crank, like you're going to crank something, right? A crank. Not grandpa. So, it was rusty. And when I say it was big and huge, it actually kind of had a short handle on it. And I heard you're going to need some leverage. So there's some kind of a situation that you want to get things moving, but there is a need to, oh, I just heard grease the wheels too. Okay. So there is some kind of, you're going to need some kind of help to get things moving. So it's going to be slow to start, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to get there. But I feel like it's a lot of energy that needs to, so I don't, I used to have a car that, it didn't, we had to either cross the coils or jump or get a running start in it and pop the clutch to get it to start. So it took a lot of effort to get it running. Like we had to start running, hopefully it was running downhill, and start pushing and then jump in and start it. And I kind of feel like it's that kind of thing where you're gonna have to put a little extra effort in at the beginning in order to get things moving. So, but it was really great is your overall energy it's the 4 of spirals, and so that's like the 4 of wands. We're using the Chrysalis tarot. The 4 of spirals is very nice if you're looking for stability around the home and the family arena of your life. So let's go ahead and get into the cards and see what's going on with your energy for the next couple of weeks. So I will be still doing videos on Mondays, but they will be for the general, for the collective, and then every 2 weeks you will get specific for you. So you might want to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising to see. Wow. Okay. If this message isn't for you, be sure to check out the other one. So this is past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, action. The center card is Kali. It's the Tower card. So we've got the 4 spirals and we have the Tower card at the center. You could see if you, looks like the tree's splitting open, and the castle is, the tower is being cracked open. Kali says, hey, you've been supposed to get moving on something and you haven't, so no worries, I will come in and I will take care of it. It's not the universe doing something to you, it's the universe doing something for you. However, it sure doesn't feel like it. So let's just see what we get here. Okay. So yeah, you've known something needed to be done. In the recent past, in the area of you're supposed to be looking for news, information, guidance, we've got the 4 of mirrors, and this is not looking for that stuff. This is sitting there going, no, it'll be okay. I don't need to worry about that. I'm just going to sit here and comb my hair, and I'm not going to really look at these things that bother me, and I'm just going to sit in my own stuff and not worry about it. Wow. There's a need to regain your balance. We have the 2 of scrolls. 2 of scrolls is Pegasus, but it's a unicorn. And so there's a need to really pay attention to your intuition to figure out how to regain your balance, because when everything's all topsy-turvy, I know I had this relationship once that it felt like when everything went crazy in it, that literally I couldn't find my feet. I didn't know where to stand, and I felt like I was on a bunch of logs, and I was just scrambling, kind of like when the lumberjacks would get the logs to go down the hill to get into the water to float down the river. There was that skill of having to just like run across the top of these logs that are moving and shuffling and not get pulled underneath and get crushed. And I feel like that is kind of what you're in the middle of doing. The good news is, 1, you have intuition, and 2, you have wings. You don't need to get pulled under. You can lift yourself up off of there if you need to, in order to find your feet, which, so take the higher perspective, take the higher ground. Don't be afraid to lift yourself up out of the drama and the fray in order to help you find a place where it's safe to put your feet down and get your foot on the floor again. Oh, wow. Aries just had this in the same exact place. They are in your house of partnership. It is Aries season. So the first week of this is Aries season. The second week is Taurus season. But we have the Phoenix rising from the ashes. So this is major transformation that is happening. And you're going to be trying to figure out, how do I lift myself up with these wings and get myself to where it is I want to go, and I transform my life in the way I want to. So I feel like there's something you were trying to avoid, and it happened anyway. In the recent past, you've been feeling alone and sad and neglected and left out. And this could be about money. It is the Five of Pentacles, but that kind of sadness right there feels like, so it could be a financial situation and it needed your attention and you were ignoring it, and you can't anymore. This is wonderful. Okay, in the area of the heart space. So first off, you've got the Phoenix rising from the ashes, and now we have the Green Man. And you can see here we've got a Wren. Wrens are about pay attention, get to going on what it is that you need to focus on, get to work. Wrens always say get to work. And she's got 6 little eggs on the nest. That's about balance and prosperity, growth, right? With the Green Man in the heart space. So the sadness that you've been feeling, whatever happened here, whatever this big tower moment is, it's going to help you to start focusing on what you need to do. 6, again, that's about the balance. You got 6 little eggs. You've got this 2 of scrolls. This is about finding your balance. We've got the Judgment card, which is 20, another 2. So there's a need to find the balance in a situation in order to you were just not doing anything. Okay. 4 of spirals. That's 4 of wands. 4 of mirrors. That's 4 of cups. 4 of scrolls. And we have the Emperor, the 4. The 4s are all over this. There's a need to find some kind of stability. And in the area of the obstacle is we've got the 4 of scrolls. And this is, look, she's sleeping. She's got all that information there and she's not looking at it. Not looking in the mirror, not checking around, not trying to see anything, just feeling sad and listless. COVID can do that to you. There's a lot of people, with seasonal affect or whatever, and things may have piled up on you and you weren't sure how to do it. Maybe it's the bills that are piling up and I just can't look at that. I can't deal with it today, and now you're going to have to. So there's some kind of something where you've been avoiding it. You knew it was there. And Kali said, hey, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to deal with this now. Oh, so we have the Emperor here in the heart space. This is you knowing in your heart, I can take control of the situation. I can transform the situation. How do you do it? By being the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles here is able, right, to it's the King of Stones. But the King of Pentacles says, okay, look. Here's what I've got. Here's how I'm going to handle this situation. This is how I'm going to move this forward. So to find your balance again, you're going to have to take a look at things, figure out what to do. But if you are willing to find your own way by taking charge and responsibility, thank you, responsibility for your life, you will be fine. What is this? What is this? So the outcome we have is the Celtic owl, which is the Hanged Man. I want you to see how it's all tied up in knots. And there is wisdom to be gained from looking at things from a different perspective. Okay, this card right here for your action step to take says, as your official or unofficial financial advisor, the minstrel is a reliable source of knowledge, often a relative or a trusted friend, occasionally a professional. He tethers you to reality. The minstrel is your confidant in money matters. Like his canine companion, he is loyal and reassuring and is someone who knows you well. In this reading, the minstrel's cheery tune confirms financial or physical well-being or both. So, who do you know that you can talk to help you to figure out what your next steps are? And I really just want to take a look at this Celtic owl. Urges you to seek out wisdom and open your mind to new ways of thinking. So I feel like you need somebody's advice. And who do you trust? Who do you trust to help you to look at things, to see what needs to be done? The interwoven Celtic knot reminds you to be mindful of the intricacies and the connectivity of all creation. The unseen world remains dark to many because its reality is doubted or denied. An owl has the ability to see clearly in the black of night against the starry skies, symbolizes seeing creative, holistic, and suggests things as personal goals to consider. The goals, however, cannot be achieved quickly. It requires patience, imagination, frequent contemplation, only if you embrace the divine light. Okay, so whatever the situation is that you were avoiding, you can't avoid it anymore. Like, you have to deal with it now. There is some kind of an advisor that's going to get you set on a new path. That will help you to unravel the knots and figure out what is the way forward so that you can start to build a nest egg, so you can start to grow, so you can get things done, so you can transform your life. But it is going to take a lot of paying attention to the details and a commitment that's dog loyalty, right? Being loyal to yourself and to the situation to sort it out. And it feels very financial. With this 5 of stones here, and so many things this year could have set that in motion. But for some of you, it could be something else. It could be a number of things, you know. But there is somebody who's very wise that you know. So you have the butterfly. Be ready to transform with wisdom. Right? I feel like you need to talk to somebody and really pay attention to what they're saying and have an open mind. They may suggest things that you are not really thrilled with because they seem hard, they seem too challenging, but hear them out and commit to yourself to do what needs to be done. So we have relationship balance that came out here in the heart space. So this could be a partnership. It could be that you need to talk to your partner and figure out ways to move things forward. Relationship balance, though, it could be in love. It could also be in, oh, wow. Seriously? Huh. Okay. All right, you have poised and you have new life. And you have the phoenix rising from the ashes. So there's a situation that is about to transform for you. You're going to need some guidance. You're going to have to talk to somebody you trust. If it is relationship, having to do with a love relationship, maybe you need to go see a counselor, a marriage counselor, or something like that. There is a situation where there is a need to get the help and the guidance, but these are very promising cards. But you have to do something. We have Yang. You cannot sit any longer in this 4 of Cups and this 4 of Scrolls and with my head down and I'm sad, okay? So I think you know that because that's all in the past energy. I think that something is being brought to you and you're like, okay, no, I got to deal with this now. And you do. You need to deal with whatever this is now. Take the action steps required. But I think you're going to, the first action I would take is figuring out who this King of Pentacles is in my life. Who is this trusted advisor who seems to be very wise and can help me to unravel the situation and figure out a way to bring relationship balance, either in finances or in around, it's got around to do with the home. And so it could be, you know, getting your bills under control. It could be marriage counseling because there's something serious, but you are poised to really dramatically change this for the better. I don't want you to feel like this is not a good situation. It is. It's just one that can't wait anymore. Like, you can't wait anymore. It's not impossible. It's just a matter of now's the time. Okay, so you've got the Lotus. Stand. What? Okay. Don't go charging in. Listen carefully to the partner. There's a partner involved in this. We have relationship balance. Whether it's a business partner, an intimate partner, there's a need to make sure you guys are on the same page. We have stand still for now and listen to your life, which makes me feel like when we've got this poise in this new life, that there is a definite need to be listening to fully understand what the next steps are, because we have the Hangman, which is about using wisdom to unravel. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, this is about getting the advisor. This is about getting a plan together. You have the comfort of good company heals old hurts, which is beautiful energy if you are, you know, going to see a marriage counselor, or, you know, you're talking to a friend you haven't spoken to a long time and say, like, I could really use your help with this situation, right? And then we have what pleases us most shapes us. And that is about the fact that in general, people do what serves them. They get something out of it. So you sitting on the sidelines and not doing anything was easier than taking action. And it was paying off in some way. But I think right now, the payoff comes from listening and getting the guidance that you need to, I feel like you need a good, solid action step moving forward, because something new is going to happen. You have poised new life. So there's something really, and the Phoenix, something new is coming, a different way of doing things. But you just need a lot of advice from somebody. Of course, listen to Spirit, of course, but in a very practical way, Spirit is going to speak to you through somebody else. I really believe that. All right, you guys take good care. I will be back to do the Libra reading again in 2 weeks, but check out your sun, your moon, and your rising, and every week I will have a collective. Be on the lookout for the video at the end of the week that will explain what's going on, and leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing here, okay? You guys take care.